Hey guys, so it's me, Jared G, big chubby unicorn bear. I wanted to see how everybody was doing, check in, throw out a little bit of cute video. Today I was watching this video about Kevin Smith, who's made a lot of movies, big comic book geek sort of fan himself, but is also adored by a lot of comic book and geek fans around the world. So he was doing a video about his daughter, which of course, being a big softy dad myself, I got all teary-eyed. And I thought, that's a perfect way. I was going to post it and I was going to share the video, and I thought, I should just make my own. So, did you like that finger wave? You know what I should do? I thought, I'm going to go ahead and do that. But you know what? I cry so easily that it's probably going to end up in tears, which is okay, I suppose. That's all right. So I don't know if you guys know my story or not. I actually have a daughter who is going to be 22 in November, and we're getting ready to go to Japan for her birthday. And she is finishing up classes at University of Hawaii, University of Hawaii Manoa is where she graduated from in the spring. She's been taking some classes to get a second degree, a second major in anthropology. She finished up her psychology stuff this summer, so pretty proud of her to be doing so well at so young at that age. I was, of course, raising her, so I wasn't quite as study heavy as she is. And you might see the cat jump out in front of me at one point. This is entertaining, but anyway, so my kiddo, she came about. I remember sitting on the front porch at my family's house. Bless you. At my family's house, and I was 16 years old, and I was dating a girl, and I thought that's what I was supposed to do, because everybody made fun of me for being gay, so I thought, well, I guess I better do what I'm supposed to do. And I always say that I over-excelled at it, because on that porch that day I found out that she and my younger sister had gone to get pregnancy tests, and I was going to be a dad. So I pretty much thought my life was over, and not because I was going to be a parent, but because my parents were going to kill me. I was scared, but there really wasn't an option. I don't have strong opinions for what other people should do with young pregnancies. I had a strong opinion about that I was going to be a dad, and this is what my girlfriend really wanted, really a lot, for a long time. And I didn't, because of course I was young and I was scared, and I honestly in my head was saying, I don't know if I'm gay, if I'm straight, if I'm supposed to be doing this, if I'm going to be able to do this my whole life. So it was a crazy time for me. 17 years old, I had gone to more doctor's visits and baby checkups and heard the heartbeat of what was going to be my future on a little machine, and I had seen some squiggly lines that were representing the face and the body of my baby girl. So when she was born, I was a 17-year-old kid, partway through my senior year of high school. At the very beginning, I was getting ready to graduate a half year early so that I could work full-time and support my family. And I'm in the hospital, and I'm wearing, I didn't need to be, but I thought it would be fun if I put on a face mask and one of those hairnet things that was like hovering around my head like a big floaty marshmallow or chef's hat. I'm singing songs and dancing while my wife is in labor. My girlfriend was in labor. Her mom was in labor. And we had been living together because we knew we were going to have to start this family. That's what we were doing. I thought my life was all laid out for me. And that she would probably someday be my wife. We ended up staying together another 6 months. My kiddo was born. I used to have her in a car seat sitting next to me through some of my high school classes. She slept over behind us while we shot arrows and pushed shuffleboard during gym class. It was not a very active gym class, as you can tell. I'm not the most sporty person in the world. But she's always been by my side, and I've always been by hers. It was hard, her mom and I had issues. We broke up. I graduated. I carried her down the line when I graduated. You'll probably hear these stories a lot, or references to them, because it's what I'm built of. It's what I came from. But I saw her growing up, and I took her to things that I wanted her to experience. I wanted her to see city life. I wanted her to see different families of different cultures and different backgrounds. And she loved it. She excelled at it. We would go to shows. We would go to expos and see Disney Channel stuff that was coming to town. We would go to, Disney on Ice. But we always sat on the way back because I couldn't afford anything. We would go on trips as much as I could. But I didn't have a lot of money working in manufacturing, later in customer service, and kind of working my way up. No college degree. But I was willing to work weird shifts. I still to this day work weird shifts so that I could get a little bit of a shift differential. I always had to have medical benefits for her. That was my goal. So I did it, and I made it work, but it was a lot of hard work. You know, when we traveled and went on trips, we stayed with friends. We would go to Florida to visit our friends there, and they had friends who worked at Disney, so they would help us try and get in for cheaper so that I could afford to take my girl to see stuff that I didn't get to see as a kid very often. You know, I went to Disney once. It was because my parents loved Ruffles potato chips and we won a trip, you know. It wasn't because they took me every year. And not that my mom would have if she could have, you know, but I think we've taken her more as an adult than we went as kids to do things like that. But so my little girl now is going to turn 22, and my partner James and I are going to go with her, and we're going to celebrate it in Japan. You know, her dream in kindergarten, she came home one day and she had like this piece of paper that I think I've talked about this before, the branch, you know, the cherry blossoms, which I have now. Like, I have some of them tattooed on me because of that memory. And now we're going to go see him in person. So it's kind of cool that, you know, she saved my life. I was not sure where I was going. I was scared. I was confused. And when she became even a hint of an idea in my mind, it was so scary. And I remember my ex-girlfriend's mom was telling me, you know, well, she wasn't even telling me, she was telling her friends on the phone, and I was being nosy. These kids are going to have to grow up. It's not all about them. It is still about me. I mean, pretty much it's all about me. But it was about me because my kid was important to me. She was my dream. She was my world. So I didn't even know I had that dream until she was presented to me. And then I realized that that's what I was supposed to do, is make sure she was safe, protected, and had the best of everything. And that no matter what crud was thrown at me in life, that I could push through and deal with the hard days and deal with the arguments and the sassy and the hard sitting at the table trying to get homework done. When she got it, she knew the stuff better than I did. You know, and I would lose my patience, and it was frustrating because I couldn't figure it out for myself how to relay that info. And that's harder for me than just not knowing. But feeling like you're not smart enough to be a good person or be a person who is adored sometimes gets in the way of just being a good person and saying, I don't know, we're going to have to look this up. And we didn't always have the easiest access to the internet or knowledge about it at that time. You know, the early 90s, it wasn't the most common thing for us, but we got there, we figured it out, and she ended up excelling, and she's gone way further education-wise than I could have ever dreamed. So I'm so proud of her, but I'm kind of proud of myself. You know, I worked it out, I figured it out, I made it happen. I hope you guys find what drives you, find what makes you happy, you know, and sometimes that changes throughout life. We evolve, we learn about new ideas, new people, and we feed off of our friends. You know, sometimes I remember as a kid, I used to get upset and say, oh, that was my idea first, or it probably happens as adults too. Oh, I said that, and now that person's doing what I did, you know, and really be proud of yourself. Maybe what you did had a shimmer or an idea spark in someone else's head, and then really with enough sparks, we've got a light, and that's the point, right? You know, spread the light, be the happiness, give people ideas, and be worth looking at. So I'm trying to be worth looking at. I'm trying to be a good example, a good dad, not only for her. At this point, she's a good example for me. I mean, she's walking around town doing her thing and fighting hard to pay her own bills and be responsible and you know, work and be promoted and work for the future, but still enjoying the present. That's the thing I have to keep reminding her. I'm like the bad devil. Like, I have a halo, but it's kind of rushing on my horns, you know, because I'm like, nah, go have fun, you know, go enjoy. Don't forget to breathe and relax, and go hiking if that's what you want to do. Go running, but also go enjoy something tasty. Go have a drink, whether that's a mixed berry, non-alcoholic drink, or whether it's a quick beer sitting there with friends, or not sitting with anybody and enjoying your quiet time. Have fun, go out, dance whenever you can. So sometimes she'll send me videos of her at work dancing, and it's kind of like, we did it, we succeeded, kid, because you're dancing. So I hope you guys are dancing. I'm almost gonna cry, but I'm not gonna. So have a good day. We'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh, don't forget to subscribe.